Something's coming, something good. Hey guys, it's I, John, out here on the back deck enjoying my mug of coffee. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day wherever you are. As many of you know, I've been teasing on the channel that some big changes are coming. My trip to Austin with Alex Ferrari was an amazing experience, and I wanted to kind of share some of the eye-opening revelations that I got while I was there, and kind of share with you what these big changes are. The goal of my channel has always been to reach as many people as I possibly could to help empower them to step into their own divinity, which is exactly what I think was what Jeshua did. He was a man who found his divinity and was showing us our way to ours. Going to Texas to work with Alex Ferrari, to be interviewed again by Alex Ferrari in studio was a magnificent experience for me on lots of levels. Now, there are some things that Alex and I don't agree on, and mainly in marketing, but um, Alex is an explorer. He goes out and he studies all different types of spirituality. Gives you guys like a salad bar of choices to choose from. Some of the people he brings on his channel in interviews don't ring true to me at all, and some of them do ring true to me. And some of them who don't ring true to me, sometimes they'll say something that does ring true to me. So really appreciate the opportunity that the Next Level Soul podcast does for just putting information out. Another thing that Alex is exceptionally good at is he is a world class YouTuber. He asked me what my goal was. My goal was to reach as many people as possible with my message so that they can become empowered. Exactly like I just said. He says, "Well, John, the way you're doing it's not sustainable." He says, "You're spending too much time on individual things as opposed to reaching the broader audience." And he made a lot of sense to me. And it's something I've known for a long time that I can only do so much with my hours in the day. And I need to make sure that my hours in my day are impactful. After our session, he and I talked for hours and hours, and had an incredible conversation about the impact that I'm going to be having and the impact that I'm creating, and how best to do that, how best to reach. Well, as an expert in YouTube, one of the things he did was he says your audience knows you as John of New because of interviews you've done, but the person who's never seen you the interviews doesn't know who John of New is, and they hear John of New, they don't know what that is, and they just click to the next video because they don't know what John of New is. I 100% agree with that. The name of the channel has been so geared towards me as opposed to the people that are being empowered by what I'm teaching, what I'm delivering. And I've known this for some time. I've known that it's too me centric and should be you centric. It should be aimed towards you and what you're doing. As I dug into this further, and he and I started working on a new project together, um, I'm actually doing a course with Alex Ferrari for the Next Level Soul TV, and it will be available for you guys as well. It was really fun to be in Alex's studio and not only have that opportunity to collaborate on something like that, but also to actually expand our friendship. And we got to talk about a lot of the geek things that we like, Star Wars and cameras and studios. His studio is amazing, by the way. It's absolutely amazing. And he's got a lovely wife and daughters. It was a lovely experience out there. John of New is too focused on me. The name, the title, is too focused on me. And my work is all focused on you. So that said, the John of New channel will be changing its name. It will be changing its name to Expanding Spirit. And it will become more and more focused on your stories and how you can step into your own divinity and your empowerment. I'll still share stories of Jeshua because those stories of Jeshua are empowering. But I will be expanding what I'm doing into reaching more people. The channel Expanding Spirit is something that will attract more viewers. It'll bring more clarity to my mission. It'll show more that I'm helping people expand into a greater awareness of themselves. It also has sparked me to do something else. My other YouTube channel, the Recovering Catholic channel, when you look at it right now, I've got 30,000 subscribers on John of New. I've got 16,000 on the Recovering Catholic channel, but the Recovering Catholic channel is growing exponentially. It's because of the fact that it's aimed towards recovering Catholics. I'm getting more organic growth coming from that channel. So I'm going to be expanding into that as well. So I'm going to have the Expanding Spirit channel and the Recovering Catholic channel, and they're both going to have various aspects of this. That said, as many of you know, I've been working on the Recovering Catholic Guide to Spirituality book for years, and it's done. It is now completely written. It is being sent to Alex, who is going to be writing the foreword for it. And Alex is also going to be producing the audiobook for it. That means that book will be coming out in less than a month. The Exhale book, which I had a big struggle with, and I think the big struggle with that book was coming because my messages weren't clear and I wasn't putting myself out there in a very clear way. And so I think the issue that I had with formatting and everything was because of I wasn't in a place to for it to happen. That book should be coming out in the next month or two because it is like a few few crossed T's and dotted I's away from being finished. I'm going to be releasing the Recovering Catholic book first with the audiobook. And with that, there will also be a workbook and a course that will be available for that as well for people who are recovering from the trauma of religion. The John of New channel will be changing a little bit. I'm going to put more quality into the videos, not meaning a lot of flashy stuff. It's still going to be very simple. It's going to be me drinking my coffee. It is going to be more fulfilling content for me and hopefully for you. There's going to be some visual changes. There's going to be basically a rebrand of John of New. It's going to be called Expanding Spirit. So a lot of changes, a lot of things happening in the world right now for John of New and John Davis and hopefully my audience. But the first major change that's happening right now in this video is I am announcing that as of the end of December, I am stopping doing private sessions. John, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Well, my world is such that I tend to spend most of my time doing private sessions. I enjoy doing them, but I don't have time to reach the broader audience when I'm speaking to just the one. And for years, I've talked about the idea of a semi-retirement into just doing video and that kind of work. If I wasn't doing, 3, 4, 5 sessions a day, 5 days a week, I would actually have a much more time to create better content and reach a broader audience. And so what I'm saying to you right now is that at the end of December, private sessions are ending. And I'm not saying that you can't have one. I'm saying if you want one, you got to book them now because at the end of December, I'm turning them off. I'm going into full-time video production on the two channels. This will free up my time to reach bigger audiences worldwide, to expand those channels out to actually create something that will affect the world in a bigger way. I mean, all of the information that I deliver in my private sessions can be found on my channel anyway. The only difference in a private session is that I am personalizing it to you and actually hitting you directly, and we are fixing the blockages to your divinity in the now that you personally are having. So if you'd like to have that experience of me working directly with you, I'm going to be changing the price of the session down to $200. Uh, I have been offering discounts to $200 for quite some time. I'm just going to reduce the fee down to $200. They're going to be ending in December. So big changes. Online course with Alex Ferrari, Recovering Catholic book coming out, 2 channels being expanded, John of New becoming Expanding Spirit. Lots of major changes. And these changes, in my opinion, are exciting and scary. Every change it has a bit of risk. But for me, I am projecting forward that this is going to be more impactful to the people that I'm speaking to online. It's going to have a broader reach around the world because they're not looking at John of New. What is John of New? If you find my backstory, if they want to find my backstory, it will be available on my channel. But moving forward, my focus is on reaching more people, having more effect, and talking to a broader audience so that I can help people step into their divinity in a much easier way. So I hope this makes sense. This is the big change I've been talking about. And I am looking forward to these big changes with great anticipation. I know it's going to be good. I absolutely positively know that I'm going to have a greater effect in the world by what I'm doing. And I'm grateful to Alex Ferrari for kind of kicking my butt and showing me what's going on. And he was absolutely right when he said my business model wasn't sustainable because I'm trading hours for money. The changes will allow me to reach more people, affect more lives, and leave a bigger wake of positivity behind me. And so I'll still be selling coffee. I'll still be doing all those things, but in reality, this change is good. As they say in West Side Story, something's coming, something good. If I can wait, well, the wait is almost over. And that's my thought on this. You guys have a great day. And I'm excited to hear your feedback on this. And like I say, if you want a private session, go ahead and book it now because at end of December, I'm not doing them anymore. And that's my thought on this. You guys have a fantastic day. It is beautiful here in Akron. It's in the high 60s right now. I'm sitting on the back deck and the sun is shining. Sky is blue and the coffee's in hand. And I have my friends to talk to here. So you guys have a great day and I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.